Good morning. Happy Thursday. It is officially December, and we are live. My name's Matt, if you don't know me. I am coming to you live in the Eastern time zone. I'm usually in Phoenix, but we are live out here at the Legendary Mastermind. So I decided to. There's a little golf match going on. They've got the other way. They got the beverage cart out there already. 10 a.m. hitting it hard. Uh, and we're live with another awesome guest. I'm excited to bring them to you. If this is your first time, or if you're tuning in and you're like, "Hey, I've never seen this show before," let us know in the comment section where you're tuning in from, and it's always fun to see where people are tuning in from. Let's bring on our guest for the day. I'm excited to get to know Caroline. Caroline, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well. Still adjusting time zone, so it's a little earlier where I'm from in Phoenix, so I'm now into a different time zone. So anyway, it's a little earlier, but I'm doing great. How are you? How's your morning, I guess?
Yeah, it's good. It's been busy. Just got my toddler off to school. I'm also very pregnant, so that's fun. All the back
Congrats.
pain and heartburn. Thank you. Thank
Is
you.
it your second?
It's my second. Yeah, I'm due Christmas Eve of all days. So
Wow. Congrats. That's super cool.
thanks.
Tell us a little bit about you and how you found Legendary, and you've got you have a full-time job, or at least did at the time that you filled out our questionnaire. Tell us a little bit about your work and how you found Legendary, and then we'll get into your insane growth on social media and talk through that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've been a mental health counselor for some time. Before that, I was a bartender. Before that, I worked with kids with special needs. So I've always kind of been in the helping people kind of business, I guess, with their drinks too. But I found Legendary when I was looking for a way to make money online. Like I said, I have a son already. He's 3. He's in daycare. And with this next baby coming, I was like, I'm missing the milestones. I'm missing out on their life. So how can I make money online, like sizable money online? Because I'm not super tech savvy at all. And I just I didn't know if it was real, if it was legit, if there was actually ways to do it. And then I come across this Facebook reel of this girl saying that she can make like $10,000 a month doing affiliate marketing. And I was like, BS, no way. And then I watched the whole video, and you know how the algorithm is. So it's like, I keep seeing these videos.
Yep.
And I'm like, let me see what this is about. So I click on her link, get her ebook, do the whole thing. And then I see Dave's video, and I was just like, I remember it was like, I don't know, it was like midnight here. And I was watching this 20-minute video, and I'm like, I need to go to bed. But it was so, it just captured me. And I was like, I need to learn more about this. I got to put this on hold. So I did. So I put it on hold for a few days, and then I went back to it. I watched it, and then I was such a skeptic. I was like, I'm not paying for this $7 training. I'm not doing it. And then eventually I did. And then everything just changed from there. I got the training, and I was like, wow, there's so much I don't know about making money online. There's so much I don't know about this whole world of affiliate marketing and online businesses. So I kind of just took it upon myself to research as much as I could. I'm a graduate student, so research is my thing. And I saw that this was a real legit thing. So I was like, cool. All right, I'm gonna hit this hard and try and do really well with it. Like this girl is. If she can, why can't I? So I started taking it serious and following the training to a T. See plenty of your videos. Watched a bunch of TikTok growth videos, just trying to be as educated as I could before I started really hitting it hard. But it's been really successful so far, and it's only been a little over a month, so it's wild. Yeah, it's
super
crazy.
Cool. And how long ago? It's been a month since you really started to build. How long ago did you find us and purchase that training?
It must have been. It must have been at the end of September, because I remember I didn't even have TikTok on my phone. But I downloaded it, and I was like, I don't know how people make these videos. So I made my first 2 videos. I think they're posted November or September 15th. So I just put them out there just to see. And I remember I checked back a week later and they actually had views. I'm like, this is weird. And then the 15th of October, like a month later, is when I started posting like consistently. So I must have discovered you guys like mid-September, and then it's really started hitting it hard like a month later.
Wow, so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you go into the training. You're uh yeah, my wife is also a mental health counselor therapist,
Nice.
and so in the same spirit that I might say to a veteran or a first responder, thanks for your service, I'll say thanks for your service, because there's a big lack of there's a big need for therapists, especially after the pandemic and everything.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you're a grad student, so you're thoughtful in the way that you look at something like this. You're
Mm-hmm.
thoughtful in the way that you do research and think through
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is that you're going to do. You also, outside of that and being a grad student, you also have one kid and one on the way. So it's not as if time is sort of this abundance. Oh, I could just try this or I could just try that. Like, I've got all the time in the world. You've got
Right.
all kinds of shit going on. So as you're doing that research and as you're starting the challenge, um, what did you think about learning in this style? Like, learning, first of all, in sort of an online style that's not traditional. It's not a sit down lecture course. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I've done online courses before in college, and you sit down, there's a lecture, there's maybe a little forum or a message board or something. What do you think about learning in that style? I'm just curious.
Um, I mean, honestly, the training was, I'm very impressed with the training. I've been an online student. I did my undergrad as an online student and my master's as an online student. So having that experience and then seeing how this was ran, you would think that like more schools should be ran in the way like this is. It's like
Mhm.
nuggets of information. It's understandable. It's self-paced. I really really enjoyed the training.
Cool.
I was just telling my mother-in-law the other day, like just how much you get with this $7 training, like how valuable it is, even if you did nothing with it. Like just to, I don't know, maybe because I'm new to the online space, but it blew my mind, like the stuff that I was learning from this training. Like
Cool.
there's so much I didn't know about making money online. And then this training was just like, yeah, just very, very eye-opening in a lot of ways.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, that's refreshing to hear, because not because I love to hear people rant and rave about Legendary. That's awesome too, but also just it's refreshing for me to remember that create having that mental shift and discovery that, oh my god, I can make money online. I can make money on the internet. That's such a pivotal um like moment in somebody's life where they see that clearly, and then they see themselves clearly in it, where
Mhm.
they're like, it's not just that people are making money on the internet. Yes, we all know about OnlyFans. It's like, yes, there are people who make money on the internet, but also there's there's the moment where you make the connection of here's this way to make money on the internet, and then here's how it actually could fit for me. And that's such a cool thing to hear.
Yeah.
And it's cool that it's still so fresh on your mind. That's really sweet.
Yeah. I mean, that has been something that I was not expecting,
Mm,
was this huge boost of like confidence and like empowerment within myself to learn something completely new and to see it be
mm,
profitable. Like
cool.
I don't know, there's something else about that. I feel different, like as a person. Like I feel like I could accomplish anything. Like this was so foreign to me,
Mm.
so incredibly foreign to me. I knew nothing, and to see like what I've done in a month is just like, yeah, it's really really empowering. It really is.
Wow. Super cool.
Mhm.
What's the tell me about starting TikTok. Very curious about getting, you didn't even have the app, which is crazy.
Yeah. All my friends
Crazy
don't, but
cool. Crazy cool. Yeah, no, I had to drag my wife on TikTok.
yeah.
But tell me a little bit about getting started on TikTok because you didn't even have it more or less. Actually, like you weren't a content creator or a professional content creator before this. Tell me a little bit about starting your TikTok channel. What hurdles did you have, and how did that go? Because that's a new experience. Everything here is new for you, but that especially is a new experience.
Yeah. I don't even have, I think I have like 200 followers on my personal like Instagram. All my Facebook friends are like, people from high school. And so I didn't really do the whole like social media thing.
Sure.
So it was definitely a learning curve, especially with TikTok and making these videos and the music and making things sync. But it was fun to learn. And I'm a very kind of like outgoing and personal person as it is. I like to dance and be crazy and stuff. So
Cool.
I felt not instantly comfortable in front of like the camera. Like my first few videos were pretty awkward and cringy, but as time has like passed, I'm just like, I don't really care. Like I'm just gonna have fun with this, and then like I get the views, so that's pretty cool. But it was a learning curve to just kind of see how the app itself worked, and then like there's a lot of resources out there. So if I can do it without having any experience, like I feel like no one has an excuse to be like, oh, I don't know how to use TikTok, or I'm not on social media, or like I'm not tech savvy. Like you can learn all those things like I did, but it's just a matter of like how bad you want it. And I looked at it like a business opportunity versus like, let me grow on social media and be a content creator. I was looking at this like, this is a business. So I need to take it seriously, give it my all, get all the information that I can to like really hit this hard, versus just kind of like showing up and being like, hey, like I don't know. I took it more serious. It wasn't like let's just make little videos of me dancing around and doing stuff. It was like let's get this popping.
Cool. I love that. I had a good that reminds me I had a good mentor of mine when I first got started who always described, the people who eventually became successful, they take the business that way as a business.
Mm-hmm.
But also they take every detail of the business and they obsess over it. So whether it's content, whether it's email marketing, whether it's the actual business model itself, having a business plan, they obsess over every detail to the point where it's like they're going to master one piece, move on to the next piece, master the next piece. And I just think that's a yeah, it's kind of a how bad do you want it kind of thing. And that's cool to hear because it is really true. Um, even after you get sort of a first initial business plan, like, hey, here's some business models that are high profit business models. Um, Even after you get that, there is a massive element. Well, tell me if you agree. I think there's a massive element to this business that's literally just like you have to just figure it out. Like there's problems all over the place. It's nonstop problem solving, and you have to learn to figure those out.
Yep. Yep.
Agree?
100%. 100%. It seemed like every step of the way, there would be some sort of like glitch, whether that was like a ClickFunnels thing or an Aweber thing, or just kind of like literally that every step of the way, there was a hiccup. But But every time there was a hiccup, I figured it out. And again, I got that like rush of like, I can do anything. It's very empowering. Like to me, it's always been like, it's better to learn something on your own. Like if you try and try and try to figure it out and you're just completely lost, you can't do it, then like, yeah, make a phone call, reach out to someone. But like, there's so much in like learning something yourself and not having to ask, so that's been something that I've gained a lot of confidence through, is figuring things out on my own, and
Yeah.
reaching out when I absolutely need to. But I get messages, DMs from people all the time like, can you help me? And I'm like, well, did you try? Like, did you start? Did you even open the link that shows you everything? So it's definitely, you got to be disciplined. You got to be a go-getter. You got to want this in the way that in the way that, you know, you can be successful with it, because you could do like this as like, you know, like a side hustle thing. But if you're trying to quit your 9 to 5, if you're trying to make thousands of dollars with this, which is 100% possible, you gotta have a different mindset about it. So I think I started that from the get-go with the girl that I was following. But I think that part gets missed, that it's just like a little social media thing, because it's not. It's a business.
Yeah, that's a big gold nugget. That's really
Mm-hmm.
big. Um, when you went in how what was the span of time you went from zero to like you're at something like 90,000 followers now? What was that span of time?
Um, well, like I said, I posted my first video in September, but I didn't have any followers. I had views, but no followers. And then I started posting in October, at the end of October. And I remember having like, I would screenshot, and I got a new phone, so it's probably my iCloud somewhere, but
Mm.
I'd have like 24 followers, and then I just kept going. I remember one of my videos had like 6,000 views or something, and I was like, whoa, like that's wild. And then like I started getting followers from that, and then I had this like one video that just like blew up. Like I think it's got like next to 4 million views now, and so that really helped.
Cool.
But it was like a month. It took a month to go from like 0 to 70,000, and now it's just like every time I go on the app, it's insane how many more followers there are. So yeah, it's at like 90,000 now, and I haven't really touched it. It's crazy. Yeah,
That's cool.
it's wild.
And do you go live? Do you just post videos? What do you do on the TikTok?
I I could be doing a lot better. Um,
You just post videos?
I just post videos. I need to go live. It's just kind of been like like a not an inconvenience, but I have a lot going on, you know. So I keep thinking like, oh, I need to go live. I need to go live. I need to like connect with these people. I do comment a lot back.
Yeah.
I'll message people. I'll talk to people on Instagram, on email. So I'm very like big on the engagement side of it. But I know that I need to go live. I just started posting like stories and stuff. Like it's still really new to me. I'm just like doing what has worked, but now I'm realizing that I need to like branch out in different ways with kind of my content.
No, you're killing it. You're killing it. You're killing it.
Thanks.
That's a massive accomplishment, and yeah, I mean, each. I mean, geez, you just started like in September, so take it. Yeah, it seems like you don't take it very easy on yourself. Not that you beat yourself up, but you're pretty like, here we go. Like,
If I'm gonna do something and commit to it, I'm gonna do it like 100%, and I'm gonna try and be like the best at it. That's just kind of how I am with stuff. Not in like any cocky way, but that like it's how I was raised. If you're gonna do something, like do it right.
yeah,
So that's why I went full throttle with this. I was like, I'm not holding back. I'm not gonna be shy. I'm just gonna be myself and see where this goes. And it's paid off, you know.
yeah, totally has. Yeah, in just a couple months, you've got a profitable business you're running. Super cool. And you've also got a massive social media following. The only reason I asked about live is just because sometimes when people get 90,000 followers, they underestimate what they can do with those followers. So sometimes when there's massive growth on channels like that, um, people underestimate just how much pull they can have with that. So, for instance, there's been other people we've interviewed on these lives, or I'm just thinking about other people that I know that have big followings and stuff like that too, where they make a few $1,000s from their pretty big following each month, and then the transformation happens where they start to go live, and also they blend in a bunch more kind of storytelling type stuff with it. But I'll say this: when they start going live, it's pretty amazing what happens. As long as the live is congruent with their content, so similar stuff, so that people who follow them when you go live, they're like, oh, I actually want to see this. This is cool. This is what I followed this person for. That's a big transition moment from 2,000, 5,000 a month to 10, 20, 30,000, like almost like unfathomable income online. I see that a lot with the lives. And
Noted.
anyway, just that's a big stage and step, and it seems like it's not super common that we get somebody on here who has that big of a following, and also sort of has the charisma that you have, that it seems like you can come online and just you could go on a live and just speak to people pretty easily. So anyway, I would just encourage you to try it out, just because it's honestly it's pretty fun, but it's if you have a connectable, if you are attachable or connectable, it can be really life changing income can come from that. But also, like, even just aside from like life changing income, it can also be a great way, I feel like, for people to grow and change themselves and help other people sort of grow and change, because that's really all we have is in life is I'm speaking to a therapist, but is we have connection. We have connection
Yeah.
and attachment, and
Yeah.
that's a great way to also bring that in and work that into life and stuff too. So
Yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, I'm taking all of this in, any feedback that I get, I'm like writing it down. Like I have like a notebook full of stuff that I'm
well,
learning, but I know I need to get on the lives and because people have been like, are you even a real person? And I'm like, I'll send a lot of like voice messages back and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm here, I'm real. Like, I don't have time to scam people. But I think, yeah, there'd be more of like a personal connection. I know when I've watched lives in the past too, I'm like, okay, I'm my buy-in is there because this is a real person talking to me now with no bullshit. So
totally.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted to point out this little Colton's been around our community for a while, but I'm encouraging you to do the lives, but I also want to point out that you're also already doing what I was just talking about. You're already having an impact. You don't even know it, maybe, but Colton's Colton just said Caroline's the reason that I have a 2.1 million viewed video. Um, so there's people out there watching, learning from you, emulating, discovering how to create content, discovering how to get a lot of views, discovering how to go viral, stuff like that. So, yeah, you're already doing that.
That is wild. That's crazy.
It's
I'm
crazy,
also
right?
hormonal and pregnant. So I'm oh my gosh, that's really cool. I've never imagined this for myself. That's really, really cool.
Cool.
It's awesome to be able to help people with it. It's like
Yeah,
the goal,
that's it's
Sweet.
super cool. So you're on TikTok and Instagram. Are you reposting to other places? Are you just
Mhm.
posting to those two?
No, I just started posting to Facebook.
Okay.
Probably like again, I'll be like, well, I need to post here, and I'll post like a video, and I'm like, oh shit, like I should post again, and it'll be like a week later. So it's
Sure.
been one of those things. But I started a group probably like a week and a half ago, and started consistently posting to the Facebook, and that's taking off. Yesterday, I had 1,200 followers on my like page, and I was like, okay, that's good. This morning, I have like 14,000. So it's
Is
like
it is it like a fan page, a business page?
yeah.
It's
So
just
like
your profile.
I had like my regular profile and then I
Mhm.
opened like a page. I don't know if that
Yeah.
was the right way to do it, but I was like, let's try.
No, that's good. We just over the last like year or so, we've had people who have said they aren't able to experience that kind of growth on their pages, only on their profiles. So I'm happy. I'm super happy to hear that that's happening on your page.
Well,
Um,
I tried to create a new profile, but for some reason it wouldn't let me. I don't know if it was because like my Instagram was linked. I don't know what was going on. So I'm in like, groups and stuff. So I'm like, how do I do this? And some people are like, oh, I created a page. So I was like, all right, I'll do that. So I did that under my main one. And it's just like taking off. It's wild. It's so crazy. Like
that's so
it seems
cool.
like TikTok-ish. Like I'll post a video and in like 15 minutes, it's got like a few hundred views already. And I'm like, who's watching me? Like it's wild. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, alert to everybody. Alert, like that's a big gold nugget right there, because Caroline, I knew that was going to happen because I had read something a few months ago that Facebook was changing their algorithm
Mm,
so that fan pages would grow faster,
mm.
because they're trying to find any way possible to get content creators back on their platform, because TikTok and YouTube and Instagram all took off, and
Yeah.
so people weren't spending as much time building their business on Facebook. And
Right.
so what's the obvious way to do that? Well, let's create reels where people can grow huge audiences.
Mhm.
And so if that's happening on your page, that's awesome. And I also want to point out, like, and give you a little shout out that, you know, just you skipped over it, but the problem solving technique you have there of just like, well, all right, I guess I'll create a second profile. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, I'm going to go find my community, find a community who can help me, and then I'm going to solve this problem that way. So, kudos to you on
Mhm.
that. That's super cool.
Thanks. Yeah, it's just been. I'm just taking it as it comes. Everything has been like a learning
You're
curve.
just
So
you're just like, I don't know what's going on.
it's crazy. I don't know what the hell I'm doing half the time, but like I figure it out till I do, and then it works, and I'm like, sweet, what's next? You know,
I love it.
so it's cool.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Well, so for people who are here, who are new, who are like, well, I could never get 90,000 followers. Well, I could never get 14,000 followers. I could never, like, and they might not be saying it out loud, but it's that secret sort of voice inside that's always told, you're not good enough. You're not, you're
Hmm.
not worth it. You're not actually gonna make it. Like, what
Hmm.
would you say to those people? Or, I mean, you probably speak to that a lot in your career and job and work, but what would you say to this entrepreneurial version of that?
Hmm. Well, the first thing that comes to my mind as a therapist is literally like, whose voice is that?
Mm,
And a lot of the time it goes back to like, childhood stuff. Like, were you told that you weren't good enough, or like your success was only measured, if you achieved this and that? Like, whose voice is actually inside of your head telling you that you can't do these things? Because as far as, I'm concerned, where feet are on the ground here, you don't know if you can grow a huge following because you haven't tried. But if you have the mentality that like, I'll never do it, then yeah, you'll never do it. It's plain and simple. It depends how bad you want this. If I can do it having no experience, and I get like, people have been like, oh, you're young, you're pretty, you're this, you're that, you're relatable, but like there's so many more people out there that are, older people that are so successful with this, that have like, that are just relatable people, and
yeah.
those people are growing really fast too. So it's like, if you put yourself in a box of like, I can't do something because it's new, then you're never going to change it. Unfortunately, that's going to be your life story, that I just never tried because I thought I wasn't good enough. But
Yeah.
I would challenge those people to say like, well, what if, what do you have to lose? You have everything to gain. Like, if you could quit your job, if you could make this kind of money a month, if you could travel, if you could be home with your family, be there for the milestones, like, and actually live a life like we're intended to do, like, that is so valuable. Like, why not take a chance?
Hmm.
It's like, the training I did was $7. Like I said, even if I did nothing with it, that taught me so much, and it taught me a lot about myself that I didn't even know. Like, it's wild what you guys have put into that course. Like,
Hmm.
it was a life-changing thing for me, and I say that all the time, and people probably think I'm like, exaggerating, or like, but it has been. It's been life-changing. Just the knowledge itself and how I feel about myself, on top of like, the income and stuff like that, which is growing by the day. It's just like, it's insane. So I would strongly encourage anyone watching that thinks that, they could never do it, and they could never learn these things. Who wants to follow them? Like, just tell that voice to like just shut up, take a back seat, and try. If you try and like it's unsuccessful, or you see you don't like it or whatever, like, okay, cool, like that's fine. Maybe it's not for everybody.
Hmm.
And then that's fine too, but at least try, because it
Yep.
could change your life like it has mine.
Jeez.
It's crazy.
I love it. I love it. I feel inspired. I feel pumped up. This is so cool.
It is
You have a
cool.
gift. You have a gift, and so yeah, I'm really excited to see you using that in all sorts of ways in life. And yeah, thanks for coming on the show. This was amazing. And yeah, if you'd like, we'd love to have you back in a couple months and just kind of see where you're at, see what's new, see what challenges you're facing, see what's went well and what you wish you would have not done, and all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to come back. This has been great. I really, really
cool.
appreciate your time.
Yeah, of course. Um, and they can follow you on TikTok and Instagram. Those are the best places.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, when TikTok likes me, it's a little mad at me right now, but
uh, typical TikTok. TikTok and TikTok. All right, we'll keep building the Facebook, keep building YouTube,
yeah,
keep building all these channels, and you'll be diversified, and you'll be just fine.
awesome. All
Cool.
right. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Caroline.
All right, take care.
See ya. I wanted to just mention, as she was saying, whose voice is that? It reminded me of an analogy when I was first getting started online. I did an exercise called dreamscaping, and it was basically an exercise where um, you'd sit down and write down your dreams. But one of the instructions for this exercise was, sort of imagine that your brain has been on a leash your whole life, right? So if you think about your brain, and there's a little, leash and a collar on it, and you it's not that you haven't been able to pull yourself in certain directions, but whether it's society, or religion, or your parents, or your school system, or whatever, it's sort of like you've almost been operating, or I should say I've almost been operating in sort of this half-ass state of operating within the bounds of all of those things control. And it might feel overwhelming to just say, yeah, just take off the leash. And what I found was helpful is I just envisioned taking off the leash just for a few hours, or just for a day, and just play with the idea of doing something totally different, of exploring something totally different, just for a day. And you can give yourself permission to try something, or to do something just for a day, and to explore it. And it felt more helpful to me to than just being like, all right, quitting the 9 to 5 today, starting my online business, and doing something totally rash, or whatever. So, man, Caroline, I'm inspired, and I feel like I just got this like I don't know, Hoosiers basketball movie pep talk or something. I need to go run or work out or something. I don't know what I got to do, but anyway, thank you, Caroline. You can follow her on TikTok at the_momtrepreneur. So it's MOMTREPRENEUR. And you can follow her on Instagram as well. And it's the same, but it has an underscore at the end of it. So at the_momtrepreneur_. Go give her a follow. And like I always say, and like I've been doing for weeks, guilt her into going live. Apply some peer pressure. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, do it. Because it would be a gift to TikTok. It would be a gift to Instagram or Facebook, to have Caroline go live and share, life and business tips and stuff with her community. So, you can apply some friendly pressure. Say, hey, it would be awesome if you went live. It would be so fun. And I've done this with a few people who I know then, who have gone live multiple times, who I know then, who have exploded their lead flow, their income. And anyway, Caroline, if you never go live, we'll still be friends. It is 10:37. We're signing off. Everybody have a great rest of your Thursday. Tomorrow, tune into the show tomorrow, because we are, if you didn't catch it at the beginning, we're live at our mastermind little, what do you call this, mansion house thing. And Dave's going to go live from the mansion tomorrow. So tune in. We'll be live at 10 a.m. Eastern, as always, or approximately 10 a.m. Eastern. So anyway, see everybody. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Peace.